I was busy in studies when Alice came. Oh, Ryan, why you are always busy in your books? Then what I should do? I don't know, but please not these books anymore. She took book from my hand and placed it in my bag. Okay, now what you want me to do? Look, Daniel is looking at you. Why don't you give him a chance? Alice, please, if you are gonna talk this, then I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Okay, I understand. By the way, what do you think about our new bio teacher? I hope he will not like Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew was really arrogant teacher. Yes, he never talked to anyone nicely. Ryan. We strolled to our desk and settled down. Alice is my best friend. She's like my sister. We were talking random stuff and all the other students were also busy chit-chatting, but suddenly whole class turned silent. As I raised my gaze, I saw the most attractive man on earth, in my opinion. He was tall, fair, handsome. In short, he was the perfect creation of God. My eyes were fixed on his face when his lips moved. Hello everyone, I am your new biology teacher, Kim Taehyung. I repeat his name after him, Kim Taehyung. I was appreciating his beauty while my eyes were glued to his face when Alice pinched me on arm. I turned my face to Alice in confusion. Alice whispered in my ear, "Why an introduction?" What introduction? I asked her in confusion. I ignored her and again turned my gaze to him, but he was already staring me. I got confused. I looked around, the whole class was looking at me like I am the clown in class. I looked at Alice again and asked her, why everyone is staring at me? Why not give your introduction to him? He's waiting. Oh, I instantly got up off my seat and opened my mouth to speak, but words were not coming out of my mouth. He was looking into my eyes and I was feeling extremely lost in his personality. I cracked my fingers in nervousness when Alice pinched me on leg. Taehyung, am I a ghost or something? Ryan. No, sir. I'm sorry. I am Ryan. Taehyung. Okay, I think it's enough. You have already wasted enough time. You can sit. I sat looking down in embarrassment. I am a confident student, but why is I was like this in front of him? I was cursing myself in mind. Soon bell rang and he left the class, passing a beautiful smile to the whole classroom. Time skip. I was laying on bed to sleep, but I was continuously thinking about him. I never was an easy person, but what is happening to me after looking him? Thinking about him, I fell asleep. Next day, 1. I was already late from my class and first period was biology. I was running to my classroom while putting my phone in my bag when I bumped into something. I looked up, rubbing my head with my hand, but suddenly my hand stopped. He was Sir Taehyung, and I was pumped in his strong chest. Sorry, sir, I was getting late, so Taehyung, come in class. He walked inside the classroom and I followed him. My heartbeat was increasing and my cheeks were burning remembering the scene. He is really a strong man. I raised my eyes to see him, but he was already staring at me. I instantly looked down. I was blushing when Alice whispered in my ear, "What's wrong with you? Why your face is turning red? Are you sick?" Actually, yes, I'm not feeling well. As I said those words, she stood up. Sir, my friend is not feeling well. Look, her face is red. I think she needs some rest. My eyes widened listening her. Taehyung, what happened to you, Ryan? He asked with concern. Sir, I'm fine. It's just a headache. I lied to him too, but I don't want to leave his class because I don't want to miss his period. Taehyung, you can go if you want to rest. Ryan, no sir, I'm fine. Taehyung, you sure? Yes sir. I sat down on my seat and slapped on Alice's thigh. What? Why you slapped me? Why you told him I need rest? Okay, I'm sorry. I will not care for you next time. Bell rang and I felt sad. I looked at him, but again I found him looking at me. I felt butterflies in my stomach. Days passed and my heart was not ready to get over him. I was in library. Nobody was there because library was built in basement and college time was already over. I took some books and went to the main door to go home, but when I reached door, it was closed. I knocked the door, but no one opened it. I looked time at my wristwatch. It was already 6:15 p.m. Oh God, why I didn't notice it? I shouted, "Anybody here? Please open the door. I'm locked inside." I got no response because very few people came in basement. What I will do now? I was panicking, my heartbeat was really fast, and then situation worsened because of electricity. All of a sudden library was plunged into darkness. I screamed in fear, please open the door. I was screaming for help. My body was drenched in sweat when I heard someone's footsteps. I felt happy, but soon happiness turned into fear. No one was outside, but someone was in library with me. I turned back to see him, but it was so dark. I took out my phone from my bag and turned on flashlight. But watching the person near me sent chills down in my spine. He was staring at me and I felt my heart will explode anytime. Sir Taehyung was standing near me. Sir, why you are here? Without giving any answer, he pulled me into his strong arms. I felt my heart stop, but no. After some seconds, my heartbeat was accelerating. I wrapped my arms around his waist like a child and snuggled my face in his chest. Taehyung, don't panic. You are not alone here. I am with you. His voice was very calming and deep. I came back in my senses when he rubbed my back with his hands. I opened my eyes wide and broke the hug. I'm sorry, sir. I was really scared. Don't say sorry. I'm happy to be with you here. What you mean, sir? I was about to die and you are saying you are happy. Taehyung, leave it. Why? I should call Alice. She will surely come. I dialed Alice's number but wait. It's showing no signal. How is this possible? Why it's showing no signals? Taehyung, I don't know but don't worry. You are not alone. I was feeling hopeless. I strolled and sat on a chair. He walked to me and sat in front of me. I lowered my head to ignore eye contact with him. It's true that he's my crush. I like him, but he's my professor. I can't think any other thing with him. My hand was on table, my gaze was fixed on floor, and my mind was busy thinking what to do to ignore weird thoughts about him. I think I should study to divert my mind. I took out book, but there were some things which were not easy to understand. Sir, can you please explain these things to me? Taehyung, sure. After that he explained many things to me and then it come to the reproduction part. Sir, I don't understand this part too. Taehyung, I think I should explain this part practically. Why? Yeah, it will be more helpful. I said without thinking what he meant by practically. Are you sure? Yes, sir. I saw him smiling for the first time, but why he smiling? His smile was breathtaking. He got up staring in my eyes and came near me. I stood up in confusion. We were facing each other when he clasped my face in his hands. I was waiting for the right time to tell you this. What, sir? I know I shouldn't say that because I'm your professor, but I can't wait anymore. Sir, you are confusing me. I just want to tell you that I like you. Sir? When I saw you first time, I felt you were the one I need in my life, but I didn't tell you because I'm your professor. I thought you will reject me. Sir, I think you are kidding. Why you love me? I'm not kidding. I love you, Ryan, and I know you like me too. How you know this? I never told anyone about my feelings for you. His lips curled into a smile. It means I wasn't wrong. You are hiding your feelings, but I can see in your eyes clearly that you love me too. Ryan, I don't know, sir. I looked down because my heart was getting out of my control. Taehyung, look up in my eyes. I immediately obeyed him and looked in his eyes. His eyes were really shiny, bright, clear, and beautiful. I can see love for me in his eyes. I know it's hard for you to understand everything, but trust me, I love you and I will always love you. He placed his lips on my forehead. I felt I was living for this moment. My heart relaxed suddenly. Do you love me? I hid my face in his strong chest and nodded my head. He pulled us apart and made me look into his eyes again by holding my chin with his finger. I want to hear it. You love me or not? Ryan, I love you. I hid my face in my hands. My heart again started racing. He pulled me too close to him. Removing my hands from my face, he placed his lips on mine. His soft lips touched mine. I felt my lips are touching rose petals. I kissed him back. My body started turning on. After kiss, he said, I think I should teach you now. What, sir? Reproduction? He said in husky voice with a naughty smile. Yes, sure, sir. I took my book in hand and was turning pages when he took book and placed it back on table. I said practically. Sir, you mean? He put his finger on my lips to cut me off. Don't waste time, Bayan. He kissed my lips again passionately. His hand slides inside my top. I froze for a second on his touch on my bare skin, but next second I felt really good. I was trembling in his touch. He grabbed my bare waist inside my top and yanked me close to himself. I felt tingle between my legs. I rubbed my thighs against his junior. He broke the kiss and smiled. I like the way your body is responding to my touch. Why, sir, what if someone came? Don't worry, Chakya, no one will come till morning. He slid his hand again in my top and massaged my twins. I was feeling out of this world. He was loving me. His touch was gentle. I can feel the love in his every touch. He lifted me up and made me sit on table and put his lips on my neck. I was losing my breath. I was craving him inside me. How he can make me crazy for him. After kissing, he did it very gently and carefully because it was my first time. After doing it, we were breathing heavily. Taehyung, do you want me to teach you again reproduction? Brian, no sir, I am already feeling really weak. It was really a long process. You took 2 hours to teach me practically. Taehyung, I can teach you again and again if you want. Ryan, I never thought you were this kind of person. You were really a lovely person. I'm thankful to that person who locked us here. I blushed and looked down. Taehyung, I'm glad that I joined this college and found love of my life. I love you, my sweetheart. He placed a kiss on my forehead. I love you too, but I never imagined my first time in a library on a table. I giggled. Taehyung, I'm sorry, love. I couldn't resist you anymore. I was desperately waiting for the time to make you mine. I smiled widely. His eyes were shining with love. Taehyung, what about another round? He winked his eyes. Ryan, I am all yours. Taehyung, thank you for trusting me, sweetheart. He again pulled me closer to him and we were ready for another round.